Yo, welcome back to Palmcast. We're talking about devotions today. One of the first devotions I like people to use is holy water. This happens to be a bottle from Lourdes, France, and I bless that water. So let's talk about holy water. Do you have some in your house? Hope you do. Hope you use it every day. Good idea to use holy water when you wake up, maybe before you go to bed, or any other time throughout the day that you feel like you would like a special blessing. You know how to do it. Put a little holy water on your finger, make the sign of the cross, you bless yourself with a little holy water. There was one saint who saw people who were going into church and blessing themselves with the holy water, but they were really going fast with the sign of the cross, and they weren't paying attention to the prayer, because the sign of the cross is a prayer, the most basic, beautiful prayer. And so he played a joke on them, and he put a little ink into the holy water so that he could see where they touched on their selves, and then he pointed it out, and they felt embarrassed because their cross looked ridiculous. So anyway, always make a good sign of the cross. Use your holy water as a prayer. It is a prayer. You're saying that you're putting yourself in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit and being saved by the cross of Jesus. And there's a whole beautiful theology behind the sign of the cross and holy water. St. Francis de Sales wrote books on those topics, so I encourage you to read those. Really excellent. Both good, both great for any Christian to do all the time. So you use it, in the morning, throughout the day, if you want, at night. Whenever you go into church, every church has holy water. That's good. You should bless your house once a year. The first time that you move into a place, or if you finish a renovation of a place, you should have your house blessed by a priest or a deacon or a bishop, if you can find one, by a clergyman whose hands can impart special blessings. So you only need to do that technically once when you first move in. It's good to renew every year. A lot of Catholics have the tradition of renewing it on the Feast of the Epiphany or around there. And so that's a very good thing to do as well. But if you already had a priest do it once, let's face it, it's going to be hard for a priest to visit every house every year. But if you did it once when you first move in or first do a big renovation or something, that's good. And then you yourself can just take some holy water and maybe renew it around the Feast of the Epiphany every year. You're going to want to use Epiphany chalk at that time as well. Get some blessed chalk, which your priest will make for the Feast of the Epiphany. Then you use that chalk and write the Epiphany blessing above the door. But we're not talking about chalk today. We're talking about holy water. So those are the times to use it. What are the different types of holy water? Oh, you didn't know there were different types? There are. Think about it this way. There are different types of ammunition. There are regular bullets for like a pistol, and then there's cannons, and then there are nuclear bombs. So we have different levels of holy water as well. So let's start with the nuclear bomb of holy water. The nuclear bomb of holy water is Epiphany water. It's called that because it's made on the Feast of the Epiphany, or just on the vigil beforehand. And it takes a long time to make. A lot of prayers, a lot of blessings go into it. Exercise salt and special prayers are said and mixed into the Epiphany water. So usually if an exorcist is doing the exorcism, he will try to make sure to use Epiphany water. As I said, it's kind of a nuclear bomb of holy water. So if you can get your hands on that, always good to have. And again, bless your house with that Epiphany water once a year would be wonderful. Or even if just once would be good. Other very powerful forms of holy water are Easter water. Water is blessed at the Easter Vigil. Very powerful, very good to have. The baptismal holy water, especially in the old rite of baptism, there was a lot of blessings mixed into the baptismal water. Very powerful as well. Then there is the old form of blessing holy water, which involves exorcism. So that first you exorcise the water, then you mix in exorcised salt into the water, then you bless the water. So the new rite of blessings does not include that exorcism, so therefore it is the least effective. Still, of course, a blessing, still good, but the least effective, using the new form rite of holy water. That's just a priest just says a blessing over it. It's good. It's not bad. It's very good, helpful, but not as helpful as it could be. You say, well, how does this work, that there's levels of holy water? It's all a matter of faith. Jesus says, your faith has saved you. And he never worked miracles for people who didn't have faith. So it's the faith of the church that's being put into each of those levels. So the priest is praying in the name of the church, in the name of Christ. And so that's an act of faith. And so that's why those different levels of prayers are taking the water and imparting the blessing of God in a measure of faith. So there's the one side of the faith of the church providing the blessing, but then it becomes, so it's objectively helpful. The prayer of the church makes the holy water helpful one way or the other. But by using it, you are activating your own faith as well. So the amount of faith with which you use it will bring the blessing as well. So there's two sides. It's objective and subjective. And so that's how it works. It's really a matter of faith. And that faith comes through the blessing of the church into the object, the blessed object. And it's also opening up the heart and the mind of the person who uses it to have faith in Jesus. Jesus said that these things would happen. He himself did these things. And the apostles did these things. They used physical objects to heal people. So the church has always done that. And it makes sense and it works. St. Teresa of Avila said sometimes demons would appear to her or bother her, or the devil would appear to her. And she would pray, and often that would chase them away. But if a simple prayer did not work, or the sign of the cross, then she would take out holy water, and if she threw holy water at them, they always disappeared. So that goes to show you the power of the holy water. She would have been using the old rite with exorcised and blessed holy water. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So anyway, that's a teaching on holy water. You should always keep some in your home, obviously, based off of what I just told you. And once a year, try to bless your place with the holy water. If you never had your house blessed by a priest or a deacon or a bishop, give a call. They'll come over, and it's worth doing. You're going to find a lot of benefit from that. God bless you, and praying for you. Ciao.